Hi, this is Nikki with Nikki Sweets and Adornments. Why don't you come and make a sweet one cake with me? Let me go over the materials that you'll need for this project. All these components I have made with fondant, and this is the kind of fondant I use. And just to make it a little bit more durable, I actually add gum tex or Tylose powder, and I just knead it in along with the colors. And the colors that I've used are Color Mill Rose, Color Mill Lavender, and to get this kind of teal color, I actually mixed Color Mill Sky Blue and Tiffany together. I really like Color Mill. I feel like they have really nice trendy colors that you don't have to mix a lot. In order to make the different shapes, I have lots of different molds. These molds are actually meant for chocolate, but I thought it might be fun to make little bars like this that look like chocolate bars, but they're actually fondant. These are actually meant to look like little meringue kisses, and I found this fun mold to make these. I made these lollipops with this mold, and I just used the fondant and the Tylose, and then I actually add a real stick to make them look like little lollipops. In order to make my cakesicle, I used a cakesicle mold and I put the fondant in, and I put a cakesicle stick into the mold. And then I just have some various other molds. I made little donuts, I made some ice cream cones, and the macarons, I have a macaron mold and I put it in and I take it out and let it firm up a little, and then I'll actually cut it in half. And then I'll put just a little circle of the white fondant to look like the filling. I have an embosser to make my sweet one, and then I cut it out with a circle cutter. I purchased some ice cream cones at the store, and I covered a styrofoam ball. This is a 2-inch styrofoam ball. I covered it in fondant in the same rose color, and then I put a rim of ice cream around, and I just put some edible glue, and I stuck some of the same sprinkles that we put on the cake. I don't know if you can see on camera, but on the sweet one, it has a little bit of iridescent, and to get that, I just brush on some diamond dust, and I put that on this one and also on the lollipops. For our chocolate drip, I like to use Color Mill's Baby Pink chocolate drip, and it's ready made, so all you have to do is stick it in the microwave and it'll be ready to go. I also found these fun sprinkles that I found at Michael's, and I use them on the ice cream cone and on the cake. And then I have some of my Swiss meringue buttercream. I'm going to use that as glue to stick everything on my cake. In order to make this cake, we're going to need the foundations of a white frosted cake. And if you'd like to learn how to frost a cake like this, I'm actually working on a workshop called My Cake Coach. We'll also need some Color Mill drip. This is actually going to be your ganache. You can make this, but I find it a little bit easier to buy it. I bought it from Amazon. And if you check the instructions, it says to remove the lid and seal. I'm going to go ahead and do that. And then it says to microwave it for 20 seconds and shake, and then another 20 seconds and then shake, and then heat in 10-second intervals until you feel it's nice and loose. If you feel it right now, it's gonna be really firm. So I'm just gonna put it in the microwave real quick. I'd like to cover the bottom of my cake with these pretty sprinkles that I have. So just have them in a little ramekin, and I'm gonna do this over the sink just so it's not so messy. I microwaved my chocolate drip in the microwave for 20 seconds. I gave it kind of a squeeze, another 20 seconds, and then I kind of gave it a shake. And then I gave it another 10 seconds. And I'm just gonna unscrew this cap here. I'm just gonna start from the top and start doing drips. You can vary the the length of your drips. So some can be kind of short, some can be a little bit longer. So what I'm thinking is just kind of going over to my left, squeezing a little bit and kind of letting the drip go down. And I'm going to do this all the way around the top of the cake. Once I've done the drips all the way around, I'm actually going to cover the top with the chocolate. I'm going to put it on with the squeeze bottle at first. The nice thing about these containers is that you know that it's going to cover an 8-inch cake. So it'll be the perfect amount of this chocolate drip. I'm going to use an offset spatula and just smooth out the top. I'm going to add a little bit more of my chocolate on the top of my ice cream cone. This is just going to be my glue. I'm going to use my buttercream to attach my sweet one sign. Over to the right. I think I'm going to add my cake sizzle on this side. So I'm adding these with soft buttercream, but you would definitely want to put it back in the fridge just to make sure it kind of firms up. Okay, I think I'm happy with my sweet one cake. What do you think?